Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Decker here. So right now I just finished watching Ahsoka season 1 episode 8. Wow, that was one hell of an episode. Okay, so this is gonna be a brief recap for you guys. I thoroughly did enjoy this episode, like seriously on so many levels. So here's what happened. They're still in the ship, they're transporting inside, I guess you could say Ahsoka's ship was hovering above the colonial crabs. I'm gonna call them that. The colonial crabs. Their little motor vehicles. So Thrawn sent out 2 starfighters just to take them down. The starfighters did disable some of their power system, but Sabine had a trick up her sleeve. Sabine drove Ahsoka's ship right between the 2 starfighters. Boosh! Blew them up. I know, it was insane. It was actually pretty smart thinking, smart idea, but it crashed, and so they had to be on foot. Well, technically, they're riding these wolf creatures and stuff, but the colonial crabs, they stayed behind on the ship, and also, not to mention, the droid, Ahsoka's droid, the one that was with her inside the Clone Wars as well. He stayed aboard on the ship so that he could repair it along with the colonial crabs. So other than that, let's fast forward. We didn't really see Shin and Balin at the moment because Shin and Balin were separated. So anyways, what happened was that they're riding on these horseback wolves. It was Ahsoka, Ezra, and Sabine. They're trying to head inside the Imperial ship, and well, when they're trying to make their way in, Thrawn was, well, let's just say that feeling a little threatened because, again, he said this is Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker's mentor. Not mentor, but student. She is just like Anakin Skywalker. He thought of every single strategic plan. See, the thing is about Thrawn, you have to understand the thing about Thrawn. He doesn't go by theories or anything like that. He goes by statistics and facts. And the facts is that Ahsoka's just like her master, Anakin Skywalker. She is like 2 steps ahead of everyone basically, and she's a non-stop fighter. She'll keep fighting until the last of her breath. So yeah, they end up making inside the Imperial ship, but Thrawn already has sent out a few of his clones, troopers, to buy some time because the cargo manufacturing system was already on his ship, and so that Thrawn was already fueled up and ready to go and leave that isolated dead planet. So before he was leaving the dead planet, the witch, well, technically she finally became one of the sisters, and when she became one of the sisters, basically what she did was she had this sword, and this sword had to be an Imperial armor. Imperial armor is basically what Mandalorians wear. It deflects lightsabers or even blasters, plasma blasters that get shot at. I believe this sword is Imperial armor, and also it had the sorcerer's powers of a witch. And so after they defeat the clones, oh yeah, by the way, Ezra created his own lightsaber, which is blue. So Ezra, he still has some moves with his lightsaber, which is pretty awesome. So Sabine, well, technically she had to switch weapons to her blasters to take them all out, the clones. They took out all the clones. As soon as they're about to walk upstairs, guess what happened? Reanimation jutsu. I'm gonna call that because the witch basically, she brought back the clone troopers to life. They're like dead clone troopers, and they're like basically zombies, but still were able to use their blasters and could fight. Yeah, on so many levels. So they had to work their way up towards the Imperial, I suppose, the monument. They're trying to make their way up to the monument, and they're trying to close these doors to buy some time. But then they needed some more time to buy so that Thrawn could finally escape. So the sisters told the witch that finally joined their like little cult group. She said that you know what to do. So she's going to draw some time, and she went one-on-one with Ahsoka. I was like, seriously, you gonna go one-on-one Ahsoka with the Imperial sword? And she certainly did go one-on-one with Ahsoka. She broke one of Ahsoka's lightsabers. Finally, Ezra and Sabine, they made it to the Imperial ship. The Imperial ship was like literally about to leave. So Sabine, she's told Ezra, you can make this jump because the ship was already leaving and stuff. And he said that, okay, after I make this jump, I'll try to force pull you onto the ship. But the thing is that when Ezra jumped, he used his first jump. Sabine had to force push him onto the ship. And he took out two of the guards that were on the ship. Sabine did have a chance to leave again, but no. She turned around and saw Ahsoka trying to fight the new witch with the sword and also the clone troopers. So instead, she stayed behind. She stayed behind and fought. And let me tell you this: after they defeated the clone troopers, most of them, Ahsoka killed the witch. She sliced her abdomen with her own sword, and including Ahsoka's lightsaber, and she was dead, down for the count. And the witches, three of them, the sisters, knew that she's dead. She was like, yeah, she's dead. Thrawn said that, well, her sacrifice was needed. He is a cold son of a bitch, I can tell you that. Thrawn, I was like, damn. So the thing is that Ezra saw that Sabine wanted to stay behind and help Ahsoka out, which is understandable because all along Sabine wanted Ezra to go back home, and this was his only chance to go back home. And so he stole one of clone troopers' outfits, and he disguised and dressed as a clone trooper, and he stole one of their small Imperial ships so that he could fly out and go to the Republic ships, basically. Thrawn was leaving, basically about to hyperspace jump out over there off the planet. So as soon as the monument was being destroyed, courtesy of the Empire, blasters up from above, Sabine and Ahsoka jumped off the monument, the cliff. They landed onto Ahsoka's wave rider, onto her ship. And so as soon as they landed on her ship, the monument just collapsed. It broke and stuff. I'm like, damn, all those dead clone troopers, some of them were still alive. Clone troopers, some of them were still alive. Yeah, after that happened right there at that moment, they went inside the ship and they want to go to track down Thrawn. Thrawn was already about to hyperforce jump with the Wave Rider that Balin, Shin, and the Witch came in, and so it was already too late, basically. And he wanted to give Ahsoka a message and say, I know you, Ahsoka. You're just like your master, and I knew you're planning. Anakin would have done the exact same thing. That's why I was ahead of you. I was always a step ahead of you, because you and your master are just alike. But you, Ahsoka, this is your life. You're a Ronin. When I heard that, you're a Ronin, basically, I was like, okay, that has to be one of the nicest compliments ever that Thrawn has given out to like Ahsoka, especially in the Rebels and stuff. I'm like, okay, he's showing a little bit of empathy, I suppose, right there. And then he hyperforce jumps and leaves. We do get to see a visual of Ezra traveling back to the Republic ship, and he sees everyone there, his old friends, and well, he's back home. Now, the thing is, Ahsoka and Sabine, it's possible for them to leave, but it'll take them a long time to get back to the Republic. But instead, they want to stay there, along with the colonial crabs. Yeah, they're there. And the thing about it is that we did see Shin and Balin. We only saw Shin. She rode up to the Raiders camp, and she pulled out her red lightsaber. And then we cut to another scene where Balin was walking on a statue monument. And Balin already knew what happened. He saw the destruction of the monuments, the main monument where the witches were at. He knew Thrawn's ship was gone, and he also knew that he and his apprentice were just expendable. Yeah, Thrawn literally just left them on the planet isolated. So Shin was sending out a beacon to Balin saying that I'm at the Raiders' place, like, come and find me, basically. So they're gonna be stuck there, staying there. As of Sabine and Ahsoka, well, let's just say that Sabine felt something. It was the Force. She felt like something in the Force. And then she walked off. She said, nah, it's probably nothing. I'm pretty sure Ahsoka saw a Force ghost, because we all did see a Force ghost, and that Force ghost was Anakin Skywalker. He came as a Force ghost, and he was just smiling at Ahsoka. And Ahsoka basically, like, she turned around, and I guess they're gonna live there for quite a while. Well, probably until, who knows, they're gonna stay there until they get their bearings together. I don't know what's gonna happen with the colonial crafts, but I do know this for a fact. The matter is, Anakin will return, but also there will be probably another fight with Balin Shin. Who knows? My theory is maybe Balin Shin will try to steal Ahsoka's ship, but then again, it's still gonna be guarded, or they all might end up hatching a plan together, saying that you help me, I'll help you. Let's get off this planet. So it'll be something like that. We'll have to check out, see what's going to happen in the next episode, next Tuesday. I rate this one 9 out of 10. Ahsoka was a badass, and she reminded me of Anakin Skywalker too. It was so epic and awesome. I'm glad Ezra had his good ending. He was finally able to make it back home. And other than that, yeah. What do you guys think about this episode? I thought it was actually pretty brilliant and amazing. Oh yeah, I learned a lot of new things. And there's gonna be a video coming out pretty soon. It's gonna be the lore of Balin and also the lore of Shin, like the origin story. I did some research on them and it's compelling. Like what I learned about Balin's skull and also Shin, his apprentice, is like out of this world. It's like mind-blowing. And also, not to mention that there's gonna be an unboxing video coming out real soon. Stick around for that. The ETA time when it's coming out, I'll let you guys know when, because it's on the works, it's on its way. It's the special edition unboxing. Like, I bought this special edition one, and oh my goodness, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it when it comes in. I'm gonna unbox it, like, I don't know, it's gonna be fast. I'm not sure how long the video it's gonna be, but we're gonna put it together. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about the unboxing video, because that video is gonna be pretty hella epic. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new, subscribe to the channel as always, and may the force be with you always.